excuse the hair. Anyway, today we have Happy Mondays and Wrote for Luck. So since I listened to Oasis a couple days ago because of Liam Gallagher's birthday, some people suggested Happy Mondays, and they have actually been suggested before since they are another Manchester band. So yeah, I'm happy to get into this, see what's going on, and yeah, just hear what they sound like. So yeah, anyway, let's get into this now and talk about it after. Almost like a sniff sound. Okay, so my introduction to the Happy Mondays, or just Happy Mondays, wrote for luck. Okay, so yeah, like I said, another Manchester band, and also like I said at the start of the video, when the song started going, really reminded me of a Smiths sound. You know, just the music. Just I don't know, just that kind of jumpy feel, I guess. I can imagine them doing this live. I can imagine, I mean, especially if you were there live, obviously. I mean, being live at any concert is usually better than listening to the music, I guess, but because you get to witness, you know, the artists and all that stuff. But yeah, I can just imagine this being a very big thing, a big to do when they do it live. I can imagine people dancing and everything, especially for like that, what was it, like 3.5, 4 minute like ending instrumental. And yeah, I really love that. And I have to say, I was looking at the personnel here because again, I don't know the personnel of these people. This is my first time listening to them. So I want to see here. So Sean Ryder on vocals, and then Paul Ryder on bass, and apparently Paul goes by Horse. So I like that his nickname is Horse Rider. So I think that's pretty interesting. And apparently also, obviously they're brothers. And you know, this, I guess, with how I listen to Oasis and how I've talked about Oasis a lot, you know, as an Oasis fanboy, Liam and Noel, obviously, you know, Gallagher, they're brothers, and then we have these other brothers, and apparently these brothers never really got along either. I never delved into anything, but you know, even just searching the song up, I saw that they've had some altercations on stage and such. So I don't know what it is. I mean, you think of other brothers like Ray and what was his name? Dave Davies. I couldn't remember. Yeah, just that simple. Dave Davies and Ray Davies. But you know, you think about, like, I guess even without, you know, having brothers or sisters, whatever, in a band, band members can, you know, turn volatile. So it's just, I mean, the people I've listened to, or maybe like one exception I can think of off the top of my head is like Ann and Nancy Wilson or something. I mean, there's probably a lot of people, a lot of brothers that got along. I mean, even you think of like Phil and Don Everly. They obviously broke up in around, I think it was the 70s, and then they got back together. But anyway, it seems like a lot of, you know, siblings, there's a lot of rivalries in there, which is always kind of makes, I guess, good music. It kind of, that's what it produces. But anyway, back to Happy Mondays. Yeah, so anyway, going on, Mark Day, who goes by Cow on guitar, Paul Davis on keyboards, love the keyboards in the song, Gary Whelan on drums, and this is Mark Bez Berry on Bez, which I don't know. Apparently, it says he was best known as a member of the rock band Happy Mondays and as the maraca player for the Happy Mondays, which maybe was what I was hearing near the end there. It was almost like what I could compare to was like almost like spoons, like tapping spoons. It just reminded me of like Spoon Man by Soundgarden or something. I don't know why, but I think that must have been Bez. I think that's what I was hearing. But either way, Bez, I'm looking at a picture of him right now. He looks like quite the intriguing fella, the stare he's giving me in this picture. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, this band right off the top seems very interesting. And like I said, I can imagine them doing the song live, and especially if the brothers were having an altercation live, that'd be quite the sight to behold. Anyway, more into the song. There's nothing about the song on Genius. There's no Wikipedia page, but there is just a page for the album that was called Bummed, which I like that title. Just kind of gets straight to the point. And from 1988, it was their second album, and I can, like, 88, like I said, I guess, you know, the Smiths broke up in 87, and this is another band from Manchester, and they were a part of what it says here, during the Manchester era. And obviously, I mean, a lot of bands came from Manchester, and I don't know, I guess that's where I am right now. I mean, so many people want me to react to more Manchester bands. I guess a lot of bands came out of Manchester. I mean, the Smiths, Oasis, Happy Mondays, Joy Division. Yeah, it's just, obviously the list goes on and on. Anyway, so getting into the lyrics here, what I guess somebody told me, basically, my God, was that basically the song kind of makes you feel like you're on top of the world, is what they told me. So I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. So, you know, how it starts off, I wrote for luck, they sent me you, I sent for juice, you give me poison. So I guess already he's not very happy. I order a line, you form a queue, so it's like everything that he wants, he gets like the opposite, I guess. You're trying so hard, is there anything else you can do? Well, not much. I've been trained. I can sit and stand, beg and roll over. I don't read, I just guess. There's more than one sign, but it's getting less. And you were wet, but you're getting drier. You used to speak the truth, but now you're a liar. And this is very, minute, but I just like how he doesn't say, but you're a liar. He just says, but now you're a liar. I don't know. I just like that. You used to speak the truth, but now you're clever. So there isn't any annotation for this, I guess, this whole thing, but it goes on, and it's not rated very well. So I might not want to read that. But I guess what I'm getting from this is, yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, he's kind of everything he wants. It's like, what can you do? You give me the opposite of what I want. And then even the whole thing, I don't read. I just guess. It's just like I just like how it's being said here. And then it goes on here, when it says, I don't read, I just guess, it says, for an annotation, it says, Sean Ryder could not read the alphabet when he left school at age 13 and only learned it in his 20s. So he left school at age 13, good Lord. He didn't read the alphabet until his 20s. Now he's published a book, it says. So I'm just learning more about Sean Ryder here. I just guess, and I mean, a lot of people, I know that feeling. I just guess. And then we go into the second verse, and I wrote for luck, and they sent me you. I just like that. It's just like, I wrote for luck, and they sent me you. Try anything hard. Is there anything else you can do? Go on about the wet and the dryer again. And when it's hot, you start to melt because you're not made of king. You're made of chocolate. And when it's cold, you tend to crack and keep on piling out, not pulling back. And then we have the instrumental outro. So, I mean, like I said, there's not much about the song, but what I'm getting from this is like, obviously this narrator, or at least this guy in the song, is not very impressed with whoever he's talking about. It's kind of, and again, there is that kind of, I guess just with what I've listened to from other Manchester bands, I guess just the UK in general, there's always that kind of, I guess, this kind of writing here, this kind of lyricism where it's like, you think obviously Morrissey, he always has that kind of tongue-in-cheek lyrics. And then, I think of Oasis. There's kind of like, what's the word I could think of? What's the word I'm thinking of? I guess what I would say is there's that kind of cockiness, I guess, with what I've heard from a lot of Manchester bands. There's that kind of like even in the song here, like I was saying, it's kind of like, he's not impressed. It's just like that kind of just badass kind of a feel. I don't know. But yeah, that's about as good as I can explain what I felt. And also just looking here on the Wikipedia page, apparently it says, making this album, apparently the band was taking ecstasy basically every day, and that they recorded it basically always high. So so I'm just getting a better feel of this album, and I can just even with, I mean, how the logo, or I guess for the band, Happy Mondays looks. I mean, it's colorful. Kind of looks like could be done in chalk. I don't know. I just like their whole kind of aura, and yeah, I mean, I just like it a lot. And yeah, so I guess that's about it. Happy Mondays. Like I said, there's been a few requests for Happy Mondays, and I was happy to get into another Manchester band here and just learn more about Sean and Paul, or I guess Horse Ryder. So yeah, very interesting to listen. Like I said, I can just imagine being at a live concert for this, and the band probably, I guess, being high, at least in the 80s and 90s. And yeah, it would have been a fun time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Really appreciate all of the support. And I will talk to you guys again soon.